Hello, I'm Star from Star's Galactic Conversations, and I have a special guest today, Kevin Ford Jr. Kevin, we met a couple of months ago. I was a participant in your program. Can you tell everybody what your program was about?
Yeah, thanks for having me. My program was a educational and business development training program, which I was awarded a grant to develop and implement through the Maryland Medical Cannabis Commission. And what we did was basically do a 6 module class on how to really start your cannabis business. So we went through the Maryland application process. We went through starting your business in terms of picking a name, filing your LLC, getting your EIN number, to business plan creation,
Right.
marketing techniques, industry's best practices,
Mm-hmm.
and financing, banking, accounting, and taxes.
Right. It was very thorough. And I have to say, coming from a finance background, I was a finance director for over 15 years, very successful career. In fact, my last position was with the Maryland Judiciary. And I came to your classes to actually really see whether we were really being given an opportunity, because I know how to put together a business plan. I know how to get resources and different things. And what I found from your training was that you made everybody stand up, introduce themselves, say what their intention was, what do they bring to the table. And what I got from that was that nobody could do this alone.
Right.
That we needed to partner with each other.
Right.
And you always made time. You said, oh, no, don't just sit there when we have a break. Go talk to one another. You just heard that person's story. That's exactly what you need on your team,
Right.
And that was so empowering.
And it's funny because when we first started to develop this program, that was one of the first things I said. I want it to be relationship based and not really information based, because it's not always what you know, it's really who you know, and your network is your net worth, and really just making sure that everybody understands that, especially in this industry and the position that it's in right now, being early, everybody who came to that class is really just behind the early adoption stage. So I think that, bringing folks together who are really looking to be in the industry, whether it's on the ancillary side, on the advocacy side, or on the actual plant touching side, there's just so much room for everyone.
Right. And I feel like you kind of helped me even mold a vision that I never even had. When I was sitting in the training, when I stood up and I told my story of being a breast cancer survivor and a opioid survivor who was bedridden for 4.5 years, and the only time I went out of my house was to go to medical appointments, and how when I got off of those opioids, cannabis was my transition, and it just brought me back to life. I'm able to function because I was taking over 20 pills a day.
Wow.
So, I was just poisoning my body, and that's why I could not recover.
Right.
Until I got off of those opioids.
And I think that's just a testimony to cannabis as a medicine in general. And it's a blessing to hear stories like yours, who of folks who have had ailments, who have been able to overcome their situation using cannabis.
And to me, making that connection with you was like, okay, so, I know somebody in the industry, and every time we went into each other, you're always welcoming. You ask me what you're working on, what do you need help with, and I really appreciate that, because when I walk into the room and there's nobody that looks like me, it's overwhelming. And it's like I did that in my finance world, being a Black woman, in a predominantly white male field. And, this time it's like I want to help people, I want to help people to cannabis, help them live their best lives the way I'm living my best life.
Right. It's just great that we have an opportunity to do that.
Right.
With all the legislation that's coming out, either on the medical side or the recreational side, it's just an exciting time. That's why I really just push everybody to, just get involved in their industry, whether it's becoming a patient or starting a business or just using your skill, whether you're a lawyer or an accountant or a marketing professional, just apply that to cannabis and figure out where your niche is in the industry.
Yes. Because you can pivot everything into cannabis, you know. Again, this is a whole different thing for me, but I know I have something to add, you know, to give us that platform so that we can share our stories and we can, you know, partner together. I'm having, as you know, the podcast launch party on October the 4th.
We're excited.
At the Meeting House, and Kevin will be attending. So please come out and not only support your podcast, but support Uplift Maryland with your attendance.
Looking forward to being there. See y'all soon.
Thank you.